And we're live, Councillor Chad.
Thank you, Adam. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending my virtual Executive Lead Member for Children's Services Decision Day. This Decision Day is being webcast on YouTube via the County Council website. If we go straight to the agenda for today, we don't have any deputations, and the first item on the agenda is the DWP Household Support Fund, April to September 2022, and Suzanne Smith is going to present this report.
Thank you, Councillor Chad. So this is an urgent decision that we're bringing to you today. The reasons for the urgency are that we do have a limited window within which to allocate out this DWP funding to vulnerable households across Hampshire. It's a pot of money that we've had previously from DWP, and the money this time around is £7.1 million to be spent between April and September. There is a change since we had our last tranche of Household Support Fund monies, and that is that we are being asked to ensure that at least 1/3 of the funding is used to support pensioners in the April to September window, 1/3 of the money to be used for households with children, and the remaining third to be distributed according to local need, including other types of household. So we are planning to use a range of initiatives that we've used previously, including funding to Citizens Advice to support with utility bills, continued support of our community pantries as they provide a sustainable form of support to families across Hampshire. But we're also going to be working this time around more closely with district councils to ensure that we can provide vouchers to pensioners and those in receipt of council tax support where it's appropriate to do so. So in the recommendations that are set out in paragraphs 3 to 9, you'll notice that there is more of an allocation this time around to district councils to reflect the fact that they hold that data about where those vulnerable groups are across Hampshire. So the recommendations are as set out in paragraphs 3 to 9, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Suzanne. It's so nice, isn't it, to be able to give some money out and to do these types of things at the moment, and when the support is so needed by our residents. I don't have any further questions as to what we've previously discussed in briefings, other than just to point out how I'm really pleased to see the expansion of the existing pantries, and looking at to provide more pantries going forward as well. And I think that's a really positive thing for us to be doing, because it does concern me that this fund, it will eventually end at some point, and I do think we need to make sure that we do have a sustainable, viable option for residents to go to if and when they need it as well. I don't know if ever so quickly if any of my colleagues they have any questions or any comments that they want to make. No. Okay, so is everyone happy for me to take these recommendations en masse, so the 3 to 9, and approve all of those rather than go through it individually?
Fine by us, as long as Adam is happy.
Is that okay, Adam?
Take them all together.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, brilliant. So if we go from recommendation 3 to 9, I'm happy to approve each of those recommendations today. And just a special thank you to Suzanne and her team on getting this all together and then getting everything out to those organisations as well. So thank you, and please pass on our thanks to the rest of the team as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so that brings us on to our non-key decisions for today, and it's item 2, and it's Wyvern College, Fair Oak, and Bob is going to present this report today.
Yes, thank you, Councillor Chad. Good afternoon. The report seeking your spend approval to the project proposals for Wyvern College to enhance safety and security at the school, together with internal alterations and improvements to the buildings. Since Chairman's briefing, I'd only highlight there was one change as requested by yourself, I think, on paragraph 2 to the recommendations. So those now read correctly that it's the executive lead member for Children's Services that grants spend approval to the project proposal for Wyvern College at the total cost of £964,000. So I was going to leave it at that point and answer any questions if that's needed.
Thank you, Bob. Again, I think we went over this we did go over this in detail in the briefing, and I have no further questions. I think it's great that we're able to do this, and you and your team do a fantastic job, and I'm happy with this. I don't know if anyone else has any further questions or comments.
Just sorry, should have put my hand up. Just
Absolutely, Helga.
Yes, just a comment that yes, I agree with this, and I think it's great that we can support these the schools and colleges. So, and thank you for your team for all the hard work. We asked all the questions in the chairman's briefing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so if the recommendation is paragraph 2, and I'm happy to approve the spend and for the total cost of £964,000. But thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And then next on the agenda is the statements of purpose for Hampshire's Children's Homes Fostering and Adoption Services, and that's Kieran is going to.
Yeah, I don't know how much detail you want me to go through after having gone through it in detail in the chairman's briefing, but these are the statements of purpose for our residential fostering and adoption that need to be signed off every year. The changes are mostly related to COVID, a change in use of one of our children's homes, and the addition of the hives in our fostering service.
I think the only thing I might add, Kieran, just for the public record, is that there are a series of exempt appendices, and they're exempt because they would identify the particular addresses and so forth. So it's legitimate that they are exempt because they have that level of detail in them.
Thank you, Steve. If everyone's happy, I wasn't going to go into the exempt part of the meeting and just agree the appendix at the same time without actually referencing what's in those appendix, if everyone's happy with that, and if that's okay, Adam.
Yes, that's more than fine.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm absolutely, thank you for the report, Kieran, and thank you for going into great detail in it in the briefing and for answering all of our questions on it. I have no further questions on this one at all. I don't know if anyone else has anything that they wish to add, comment about. Okay, thank you. So if I take you, if we go to the recommendations, and it's paragraph 2 again of the report, and it's just that the executive lead member for Children's Services approves the updated statements of purpose and children's homes, the fostering service and adoption service, and in that the exempt items as well. Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you, Kieran, and thank you, everybody. And that brings us to the end of the meeting. Thank you for attending my decision day. And Adam, can I ask for the webcast to be stopped, please?